Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. Test in a few more days, so hopefully you're preparing well. Hopefully you're doing the homework. So what I would like to do now is let's start with the online students. If you have done all homework, do a thumbs up, please. One, two. Please don't lie to me, okay? Okay. So we have three students not done. Those three students, are you at 90% done? How about the remaining two students? Are you at 80% done? Okay. How about you boys here? All homework done? Okay. Homework is important, okay? Um, I need you to be prepared. Um, Last week we did science test. We're gonna go back to math. Okay? We were doing imaginary numbers. Get your calculators. Let's get going, okay? All right. So we're gonna continue with imaginary numbers. We did quite a bit of problems on conjugation. So we're gonna do different types of problem today on imaginary numbers. So for the first problem, solve I raised to 894. Let's go. If you don't know, that's okay. We're gonna learn that. I raised to 894. All right, so what students try to do based on what calculator it is, sometimes you get the correct answer by just plugging in the calculator, but sometimes it doesn't work out. I don't want to go into the detail why it doesn't work out, okay? So you have to know the mathematical way of doing this particular problem. So how do you do this? So I want you to listen to this carefully. First thing is look for the exponent. If it's even, like in this case, take I square, get your calculators, do 894 divided by 2, please. Tell me.
447.
447. Why am I doing I square? Because I square is -1. So there is a rule, remember, a raised to m raised to n is a raised to m times n. So 2 times 447 is 894. So -1 raised to odd number is -1. Sounds good? So if it's even, you divide by 2, boom, very quickly you can get it done. Go ahead and write on this plus. And if you have a calculator, try it with a calculator. But many of the calculators don't work for these type of problems. So you want to know the mathematical way to do this. All right? Any questions? Anyone? Any doubts? Try this. Solve I raised to 280. I raised to 280. Again, this is an even exponent. So you take I square raised to what? 140, right? So negative 1 raised to an even number is 1. Make sense? Boom. If you know this, you can do it in 10-15 seconds. Okay? Question number 3. Solve I raised to 999. I raised to 999. Of course, when you have an odd exponent to begin with, things really change and you need to be a little bit cautious. So the first thing you have to do is to convert this into an even exponent by taking one I out. So you're left with I raised to 998. Okay? Now it's back to this particular problem with I stands by itself. So I times I squared, what's this, 499? Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Right? So I times negative 1 raised to odd is negative 1 times I is negative I. Let me repeat this. First, if you're an odd exponent, take one I out. Then you're left with I raised to 998. Divide this number by 2. You're left with 499. Negative 1 raised to odd is negative 1 times I is negative I. Make sense? Any questions? Question number 4. I raised to 361. I raised to 361. Again, you have an odd exponent. I should have written solve. I raised to 361. I times I raised to 360. I times I squared raised to 180. Am I right? So negative 1 raised to even is positive 1 times I is I. So you can have 4 different type of answers. 1, negative 1, I, negative I. These are the 4 common answers. 4 answers possible. How do you practice it? Pick your own number as an exponent, practice it 10 times, and you'll never forget this. Make sense? Anybody, any questions on this? Last call. Any questions?
What rate of people did I want to like in the test?
What's that?
Like on which like like how on a scale from like the first question to the last,
Oh,
like
I
which
see.
is still difficult.
I see. I would say
Yeah.
this will be a tier 2 questions between 21 to 40, more towards 40.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Tier 2 questions. Yes.
Will they most likely put all 4 of the possible answers?
Absolutely. Every single time. Every single time. And they make sure that the calculator does not spit out the answers, so they would have tried that. Based on your calculator, some calculators do give you the right answers, but very few of them. All right. Now, let's move on. Open page 11 of the math packet, everybody. Get your math packets. Page 11. Just want to remind, if you're taking the this Saturday's ACT test, the one that's coming along, first of all, I want to make sure you know that I wish you the best. Okay, you have 5 more days to prepare. Put in your best foot forward. Friday, day before test, you should not be preparing. You should relax and rest. Okay. All right. So, page number 11. Has Aubrey completed equation of circles? Do you remember that? Come on, guys, you need to speak up.
Yeah, she did that.
She did that? Yes or no? Online students, do you remember that?
Yeah, she did.
She did that, I remember. But I want to practice one problem on that one. Equation of circle, try this problem. So let me explain. I've drawn a circle on an XY plane with the center point coordinates as 4, -3. Point 10, 3 is on the circumference of this circle. With this information, find the equation of circle. Find the equation of circle. Just unmute and or tell me your name if you're done. Anybody here? 1, 2. Online?
Evan. Christian.
Atira.
Lydia. Eva.
Matthew. Paxton.
Neha.
Good, quite a bit of students. So listen up. The first thing you have to know, of course, is the equation of circle. If you don't know it, of course, you're screwed. So, as simple as it gets. So y minus k is equal to radius squared. So, the first thing is H and K are the center point coordinates here. So that's what I'm going to do first. So x minus 4 squared, H is 4, plus y minus K, minus of minus 3 becomes positive 3. You want to be careful here, is equal to radius squared. By doing so, you should be able to eliminate at least 2 answer choices because they would have had different points. Then, to find the equation of circle, you have to find radius. To find radius, you need a point on the circumference, which I've given as 10 and 3 for x and y. So 10 minus 4 squared plus 3 squared is equal to radius squared. So 6 squared is 36. 6 squared is 36. Just a good coincidence, r squared, which is r squared is equal to 72. That will go here, and that's my answer. If you got this answer correct, do a thumbs up, please. 1, 2. Okay, quite a bit of.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So would the question be asking us for the equation to like the x minus 4 the whole square, or would it be asking us to find what r square would be?
Most likely what I've seen many a times is r squared would be 72 here, instead of asking you to write square root 72 squared. You just will see 72 here.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, did Aubrey talk to you guys about parabolas, quadratic equations and parabolas when she taught you guys?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Anybody else remember anything else about parabolas? What Aubrey covered with you guys? All right. Let's go to parabolas. Did she cover page 8 and 8 for you guys in the math packet? Can you guys go and check page 8? Pretty sure she did that, but yes or no?
Yeah.
Parabolas. All right. I don't want you guys to write anything. I just want you to listen to this. So when we talk about parabola, it's a U-shaped graph, right? You know that. It's a U-shaped. And I can write the equation, the same equation in 2 different formats. This one we all know is a quadratic equation, very famous. Everybody knows this. This is called the standard form. Standard form. The other one is the vertex form, which is on page 11 of your math packet. The first thing you have to know is this A and this A are same. Okay? But the B and C does not connect to H and K. This is your vertex form. So, if I draw a simple parabola, okay, this is HK, okay, all right. Could somebody tell me what is this?
Y-intercept.
And in terms of an alphabet, what's that? Yeah, it's y-intercept, that's correct. Which alphabet represents?
The
Nope. C. Y is equal to mx plus b. B is the intercept, right? For quadratic, it's ax squared plus bx plus c is the y-intercept. So for cubic equation, it will be d, and so forth. That's how it's designed. So this is your C. Make sense? What is this line called?
axis of symmetry.
Axis of symmetry. X is equal to minus b divided by 2a. Make sense? What is this? What are these?
X
x-intercepts are also called as the
0.
zeros of the equation, also called the solutions and so forth. Guys with me? Okay. A is the only thing that's common. A decides the direction of this, right? A decides the direction. So if it opens up, A is greater than 0. Okay? Okay. First go ahead and write this. First go ahead and write this. Done? All right. All right. First question. This is an important one, okay? This was in ACT years back, but it is really one of my favorite questions too. Try this. Question number 1. All right. If A is less than 0, B is less than 0, C is less than 0, in a quadratic equation in standard form, draw a schematic graph. I can add a little bit more of the parabola. Go. It's a good one. Think, okay? And if you have an answer, make sure to unmute and tell me your name. I want you to think. Anybody has any answers? 1, 2, Nobody from online? One, okay. Josh, okay. All right, let's try it out, okay? Now we have all the coefficients A, B, C are being less than 0. So let's start with the easy ones. So C is less than 0, it's a negative y-intercept, right? So somewhere here, so we know that. Check mark. A is less than 0, so it's going to be inverted parabola. That's easy. So we can have a graph like this, or we can have a graph like this. Am I right? What am I assuming by drawing these two graphs like this, the way I've drawn it? What am I assuming? This is a tough one. Yeah.
That there's x-intercepts.
It's a real solution, right? I'm assuming that. Do I know that information? I don't know that information. Good point. So we'll have to have most likely two graphs. One with real solution, one without. So the question is it here or here is the question? How do you decide this is the point? This is where axis of symmetry matters. That's the only way that has a b, okay? So x is equal to negative b, but b is also negative, it's less than 0. Am I right? And divided by 2, doesn't matter. And a is also negative, right? So negative times negative is positive, positive divided by negative is negative. So we have and the axis symmetry in the negative direction, in the negative x value. So somewhere here. So it cannot be this. Or it can be this. Okay? Or we can have only one solution, so it can be touching here at one point. Right? But that's okay, we can understand. How many got this graph or this with the reasoning behind like this? 1, 2. A lot of people. That's excellent. That's really good. If you get this from this, really is a good indication. It's a good one. Yeah, go ahead, please. What people have done is they've graphed it by taking some negative values, right? You can graph it by taking negative 2x squared minus 3x minus 4. And you can try that too. But this is better. Any questions, anybody? Yeah?
On the ACT, did they have two graphs for the answer?
No, they actually had only, instead of saying draw a schematic graph, they had select a graph. So it was 5 answers, you had to select one. And they had this actually. Make sense? Good question. Somebody is saying the board is extremely blurry. Is everybody seeing that for online students? Is it blurry?
Yeah, it's kind of.
Oh, you guys should have told me before. Any luck?
Not really.
Maybe it's the camera.
Give me 1 second. Any luck?
Yes, it looks better.
It's kind of still blurry though.
This has never happened before, and I've been.
Probably your Wi-Fi.
Does for anybody it's clear at least? Or is it like this for everybody?
Mine isn't terrible, but it cleared up for me in between, but then like it went back to being blurry.
Yeah, I kept like doing that.
Yeah, that's how mine. Yeah, same.
Okay. It still is blurry. Okay. That is really weird. How about this? How about I log out and like close the Zoom, and of course I don't want you guys to go away or anything like that, and join back. Should we try it, or do you think we are taking too much chance here?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna log you out, but stay here, okay? Because I don't want to waste too much time. So I'm logging you guys out and this has never happened before, so I'm surprised. So here you go. I don't know what the hell. This has never happened. That is so weird. I don't know if the people who are gonna watch the YouTube video, hopefully it's clear. It sounds pretty clear to me.
That's a lot better.
Really? Wow. That's so weird. Maybe I should. Well, you guys need to speak up though. Right? If it's blurry, you need to tell me right away because this is all important stuff. So I'm glad we.
It's a little.
It's a little.
It's much better for me.
Okay, good. Yeah, looks like that. So, well, problem solved then, huh? But you guys need to speak up, okay? If there is any problem, you need to tell me that, hey, it's not working out because I won't know that because it looks great here. So I just don't want to assume anything going forward. So thanks for letting me know. Okay. On to next problem, okay? Try this one. This was an ACT as well. And the question was to actually write the equation in the vertex form, okay? So with this information...
It's still kind of blurry.
Sorry?
It's still kind of a little bit blurry.
Is it for just one or everybody?
Oh, it became very blurry. Yeah, same.
Alright.
I think it's a network issue because, like, in the corner by your name, it keeps saying that the network issue.
Damn it. Don't know how to fix this now. Give me ideas. I don't know what I'm running out of ideas here. I can do my hotspot.
Do you have like another laptop or like another device you could do? Or actually, it's now it's fine for me. Yeah, it looks fine now.
Okay.
It's like constantly going.
You know what I'm gonna do it right? Let's somehow manage this right now. When Rikav comes here, I'm gonna restart the entire my Wi-Fi system here. Okay, and then we go from there. All right. So, can you guys see this problem?
Yes.
Okay, it's an inverted parabola with a vertex 3, 4, and a 0.52 on the parabola itself. find the equation in the vertex form. Wow, this never happened. It's such a long time. All right, so when you have a problem like this, again, let's go back to basics. First, write the equation in the vertex form. Y is equal to 8 times x minus h squared plus k. That's the first step. So we already know h and k are 3 and 4. So y is equal to 8 times x minus 3 squared plus k is 4. You should be able to start doing the process of elimination right here. You already know the 0.52 on the parabola, on the function. So that will be for x and y. And you solve for a. And a has to be negative because it's inverted parabola. Right? So 2 is equal to 8 times 5 minus 3 squared plus 4. So 2 is equal to 5 minus 3 is 2, squared is 4. 4a plus 4. So negative 2 is equal to 4a. A is equal to negative half. And that goes here. How many got this correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. Any questions? And I'm sorry about the blurry, again, I said I've been doing this teaching here for 8 years here, so never had this issue. One time the internet just went off here because of the storm. But other than that, we never had this situation. So hopefully this is the first and the last. So again, any questions?
It looks really good now.
Yeah,
It looks really good now.
yeah. See, I think it's pretty cloudy up here today. So maybe that's the reason. But so hopefully this was just a. It's gonna be okay now. So going forward, so just keep me in the loop, okay? Just if it gets too blurry, just let me know. All right, next. Continue with last question on parabola. The next one is also pretty important. All right. So, when I rotate a parabola about 90 degrees on its origin, you get a horizontal parabola. Okay? So the first question to you guys is, what will be the equation of a parabola that's rotated by 90 degrees? We know that in the standard form, y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, right? We know that. How does it change when it's rotated by 90 degrees? Write the equation. Go. So I'm taking the parabola and rotating by 90 degrees. So what happens to the equation for this parabola in the standard form? the equation would be, so instead of y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, it'll be x is equal to ay squared plus by plus c. Make sense? How many got this correct? 1, 2, 3. Good, good. Okay. Next, what will be its vertex form? This is a standard form, right? Vertex form is very important. So what will be the vertex form of this? In the normal, it will be y is equal to 8 times x minus h squared plus k. Now it's rotated by 90 degrees. It becomes x is equal to 8 times y minus k squared plus h. Because k always goes with y and h always goes with x. Good? Any questions so far? Next. What will be the axis of symmetry? What will be the axis of symmetry? Last time it was x is equal to minus b divided by 2a. Now what happens? It's actually the easy one. It will become y is equal to minus b divided by 2a. Make sense? You guys good?
Can you explain how you got the standard form? I'm a little confused on that.
This one?
Yes.
So remember in the normal form, it's y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So
Yeah.
x has become y has become x.
Oh, okay.
Good? Good. All right. Go to page 11, please. We're going to start with ellipse. Again, I don't want you to spend too much time writing things. I want you to spend time understanding things. Okay? So the equation of ellipse is x minus h squared or a squared plus y minus k squared or b squared is equal to 1. Okay? This is the equation. Okay? And I want you to compare this with circle. Okay? This is circle. This is ellipse. What is the difference?
Divided by a squared and b squared.
What else?
It's equal to 1.
Can somebody explain me a little mathematical way between these two? Are they pretty close looking? Right? It's pretty close looking, right? So, what do I need to do to an ellipse to get to a circle? I repeat, what should I need to do to ellipse equation to get to a circle equation? How about this? If I make A is equal to B is equal to radius, this equation becomes this. Am I right? Because if these two are same to radius, if I multiply the entire thing by r squared, I get this equation. That's why they define a circle in a technical way in math as a circle is an ellipse with the major axis equal to minor axis, which is equal to radius. So if I draw the ellipse, and you'll see that much easily when I draw this. So if this is the ellipse, could have drawn it better. This is my major axis, this one. Actually, I have to draw it in dotted line. And this is my minor axis. So these are the crucial points here. And this is my A, and this is my B. If these two become equal, they become radius, and it becomes a circle. Sounds good? So you take a circle and stretch it on one side, it becomes an ellipse. Make sense now? So this is called a major axis. The entire thing is called a major axis, which is 2A. And this entire thing is called minor axis 2B. Make sense? So I repeat. The difference between a circle and a circle and an ellipse is if A was equal to B, it would have become a circle. Make sense? So in this, the way I've drawn it, in the x direction is longer, that's your 2A major axis, than the y direction. If I flip it, then the y direction becomes the major axis, which is 2A. So if I flip it like this, okay? If I flip it like this, then this becomes 2A and this becomes 2B. At that time, the equation flips here, y minus k squared over a squared. A always goes with the longest side, plus x minus h squared or b squared is equal to 1, because this becomes my A, this becomes my B, called a vertical ellipse, and this is the horizontal ellipse. Make sense? First, go ahead and write on this. Any questions so far? Next thing, where the major and minor axes meet, that's where is your H and K. So this is your HK, this is your HK. Make sense? Okay. Okay. This might be a tough question. Can somebody tell me that what will be the coordinates of this point in terms of A, B, and H, K? This point coordinates. Think. It's very doable. What are the coordinates of this point in terms of A, B, H, K? I really think you can answer this.
A plus H.
For you have X and Y coordinates, right? Think, you're getting close. So, do you agree the first point is X, right? Right? So this is my X here, am I right? So we know this already is H, right? This distance. And this is A. Am I right? So this X coordinate would be H plus A. Or A plus H. Has the K changed? Has the Y distance changed? No. So what should be this one then? If this is H, so it'll be H minus A. Am I right? H minus A. And the K has not changed. Any questions? Because I've seen this question in ACT. When they ask for the coordinates at the intersection of the ellipse and the axis. Yes.
Is this in like the third section of the math?
Oh yeah, this is tier 3. This is all tier 3. And what will be the coordinates of this one? Think. Now we are in the Y direction. Has the X changed here? No. So that will be the H. Am I right? That H is the same H here for the X. What has changed? Y has changed. This is K, right? Plus B. K plus B. And what will be this one? H, K minus B. Making sense? The only thing I'm going to recommend for these type of problems is patience. Okay? You want to exercise patience on this. People make rush on this one. But X, if it's in the X direction changes, only X will change, Y remains same. If Y is changing, X will remain same. So think calmly. It's not tough. You just have to have patience. How is the blurriness by chance? Is it better? Is it okay now?
It's kind of like varying. Like one time it's like really blurry and then it gets better.
Okay. So I think it's maybe the Wi-Fi situation. I think I don't want to touch it because then I'll have to restart all the system here. But once after the class is done today, we're gonna restart it so that next week we have no problems. So hang in there. Rika will be here. Okay. I'll see you guys next week. Next week we have the class next Sunday. Saturday is your test. All the best. I have a good feeling you guys will do well. Again, I've done this for a long, long time, and I have a good feeling about this. And apologies on this kind of blurriness. Hey, Rika, are you gonna write a whole lot today?
No, not at all.
Because they're having the blurriness keeps going off and on. It seems.
Okay.
Okay,
It
so
won't matter.
so I won't restart here, but after the class is done, we're gonna restart. Okay.
Restart.
The
Oh,
Wi-Fi system.
Okay.
Okay. All right. See you guys. Good luck for the test on Saturday.